Hey guys, and welcome back to a new video. This time we'll be covering something that's overlooked by beginners and even experienced developers, and that is optimizing your game. So the first thing I want to cover in this video is setting up LODs for your complex meshes. And if you don't know what LODs are, LODs is short for a level of detail, which is a built-in system in Unreal that allows you to swap out complex 3D meshes for lower resolution versions, meaning the further you are from an object, the less triangle count it has, meaning it's a lesser quality version of it. So if you cannot see it, you don't want to render it at full resolution because it's just eating up your performance. So you just want to swap it out for a much lower resolution one, because in the distance you won't be able to notice a difference. So to show you how to set it up and what impact it has, I have this simple sphere right here, which if you're looking at it, it doesn't look very out of the ordinary. But if I go to the wireframe, you're going to see that it is a really complex model, and you can see that at the triangle count compared to the other objects, which you can see it's less compact, and this features a lot of triangles. So if I open up the mesh and I click on wireframe, you can see it here. The triangle count is 81,000, which is for a model like this is way too high. But for this showcase, it's easier to see what LODs does and how it works. So how you can set up LODs is pretty simple. What you're going to do, you're going to go to the right here to LODs and then LOD settings. You have here a number of LODs. For this tutorial, I'm just going to use 5. So if I click 5 and then click apply changes, you're going to see it's opening, waiting for static meshes, and it's going to generate a lower resolution models for this. This can take a while depending on your model, and I'll get back to you when this is done. Alright, it just rendered, and if you want to know how it works, you have here LOD. Normally it's on auto, which meaning Unreal decides which LOD should be visible. So if you click on, let's say LOD 4, you're going to see the whole image changed, and now my triangle count is only 5,120. And let's say I pick LOD 1, you can see it's half, which is 40,000, and if I pick LOD 0, which is the full resolution, you can see it's 81,920. And also by default, Unreal decides when it should render what. So if I go out of the scene, you can see at this distance, it's swapping to 40,000. And if I go back further, now it's 20, now it's 10. And the further away I go, the less triangles it has. If you want your own custom distance to be used, how you can do that is you go to the checkbox auto compute LOD distance. You click that off, and then you can select each LOD. So we're going to start with 1. And then on here you have screen size. So screen size is meaning you can see it here, current screen size, which is the distance you are from the object. If it's 1, you're near the object, and the further away you are, the less it will be. So let's say I want LOD to be rendered at 0.7. So I'm going to change this to 0.7. Then LOD 2, I want to be at 0.65. And then LOD 3, I want to render at 0.6. LOD 4, I want to be rendered at 0.55. So whenever I set it on LOD auto, you can see it's now already on LOD 3, and it's a triangle count 10,240. And if I move closer, you can see it swaps to LOD 1. Now it's LOD 2. And the further away I move, the less triangles that will be used. So you can have more LODs as you like. Normally I do it between 5 and 6 because I don't use that many of complex meshes that feature that many triangles. And basically also if you go into the scene, this will be applied as well. So you can see now it's rendered full, and the further away I go, the less complex model will be shown. So you can also decide your own custom distances, or you let Unreal decide when you have the checkbox on. And that is pretty much everything you need to do to set up LODs in your own level. Do you want to see more optimization tips and tricks that you can use in your own game, or you have questions about it? Do let me know down below in the comments, and I'll see you guys on the next video.